Ladies and gentlemen, friends and dreamers, let me tell you something most people don't understand. The greatest transformations don't happen on social media. They don't happen in applause. They don't happen where everyone can see you. They happen in the secret. See, everyone wants to be celebrated in public, but very few are willing to be disciplined in private. While people are watching stories, you should be writing yours. While they're posting wins, you should be planting seeds. Because before God promotes you publicly, He always prepares you privately. Everything meaningful in life begins where no one is watching. Long before the applause, before the recognition, before the validation, there is a quiet place where real growth happens. That place is uncomfortable for most people because it offers no instant reward. There are no likes, no comments, no encouragement. It's just you and the decision to keep going anyway. Most people want success, but they want it in public. They want the celebration without the preparation. They want the outcome without the discipline. But the truth is, the life you admire in others was built during moments you never saw. It was shaped in early mornings when quitting felt easier. It was formed in late nights when nobody knew how tired they were. It was strengthened in silence. When you learn to work without an audience, something powerful happens. You stop depending on external approval and start developing internal strength. You begin to understand that consistency matters more than motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline shows up even when you don't feel like it. That discipline is not built on stages or screens. It is built in private decisions made repeatedly over time. The secret place is where focus is sharpened. When no one is watching, distractions lose their power. You are no longer performing for others. You are refining yourself. In that space, you can make mistakes without embarrassment, fail without judgment, and learn without pressure. This is where mastery begins. Every skill worth having is developed away from the spotlight. Many people abandon the secret place too soon because they mistake silence for failure. They think if no one sees it, it doesn't matter. But silence is not absence. Silence is incubation. It is the space where ideas mature, where confidence grows roots, and where resilience is built. Just because progress is invisible doesn't mean it's not happening. There is also a spiritual dimension to the secret place. It humbles you. It forces you to confront who you really are without titles, applause, or recognition. It reveals your true intentions. Are you committed to growth, or are you addicted to attention? The secret place answers that question honestly. When you remain faithful in private, you develop a deep sense of self-respect. You know what you've done when no one was watching, and that knowledge becomes unshakable confidence. You don't need to prove yourself loudly because you've already proven yourself quietly. The world celebrates results, but life rewards preparation. Every breakthrough moment is backed by countless unseen moments of effort. The reason some people collapse under pressure when success arrives is because they skip the secret work. They tried to build publicly what should have been built privately. And what is built without a foundation will always struggle to stand. If you can learn to love the process in silence, you will never fear the spotlight. When opportunity comes, you won't feel exposed or unprepared. You'll feel ready. You won't rise to the moment. You'll fall back on what you built when no one was watching. So don't rush visibility. Don't chase attention. Embrace the quiet season. Stay consistent when it's boring. Stay disciplined when it's hard. Stay faithful when it feels unnoticed, because what you build in the secret will eventually speak for you louder than any announcement ever could. People often admire success from a distance, but they rarely understand what created it. They see the confidence, the results, the recognition, and they assume it happened naturally or quickly. What they don't see is the private work that shaped every public outcome. Success is never an accident. It is the visible reward of invisible effort repeated consistently over time. What you do when nobody is watching matters more than what you do when everyone is watching. Private habits form public identities. The way you think in solitude, the standards you keep for yourself, and the discipline you practice daily all show up eventually. There is no separation between your private life and your public results. One always reveals the other. Every meaningful achievement is built behind the scenes. Athletes train in empty gyms long before they compete in packed arenas. Speakers rehearse alone before they ever stand on a stage. Entrepreneurs study, fail, and refine their ideas quietly before the world calls them successful. The performance may be public, but the preparation is always private. The mistake many people make is trying to perform without preparing. They want to be seen before they are ready. They chase attention instead of development. But exposure without preparation is dangerous. It may bring momentary recognition, but it rarely leads to lasting success. What you haven't built privately will eventually be exposed publicly. Private work develops skills, but it also builds confidence. When you know the efforts you've invested, you walk differently. You speak with clarity. You handle pressure with calmness. That confidence is not arrogance. It is assurance rooted in preparation. You are not guessing. You are grounded in what you've practiced repeatedly. There will be seasons where it feels like your effort is unnoticed. You are studying, improving, and growing, yet nothing seems to be changing externally. This is where many people quit. They confuse slow progress with no progress. But growth often happens quietly. Just like muscles grow after stress and rest, your abilities expand through consistent unseen work. Discipline in private also protects you in public. It gives you structure when things become chaotic and keeps you humble when success arrives. Without private discipline, public success can overwhelm you. With it, success becomes manageable, sustainable, and meaningful. Private work is also where integrity is formed. When no one is watching, you decide what kind of person you are becoming. You choose whether to cut corners or commit fully. Those choices shape your character, and character always shows up eventually. You can't hide who you are forever. Public moments reveal private values. The truth is, everyone wants the reward, but few want the routine. Everyone wants the result, but few commit to the repetition. Yet repetition is where transformation happens. Small actions done daily compound into extraordinary outcomes. Reading consistently, practicing regularly, learning intentionally. These quiet actions build powerful public results. If you stay faithful to the work in private, you won't have to force success in public. Opportunities will find you prepared. Doors will open because your skill, discipline, and character demand it. When that moment comes, people will admire what they see, but you will understand what created it. So honor the private work. Respect the unseen effort. Commit to excellence when there is no applause, because in time, what you do in private will always show up in public. And when it does, it will speak louder than words. In a world that rewards noise, silence has become a rare strength. Everyone feels pressured to announce their plans, display their progress, and explain their vision before it has even taken shape. But real power often moves quietly. When you build in silence, you protect your focus, your energy, and your faith. Not every dream needs an audience. Some dreams need privacy to grow. When you share your plans too early, you expose them to opinions, doubts, and distractions that can weaken your resolve. People may not mean harm, but their skepticism, advice, or misunderstanding can plant uncertainty. Silence shields your vision until it becomes strong enough to stand on its own. Faith grows best when it isn't constantly questioned. When you keep your goals close, you allow belief to deepen without interruption. You stop needing validation from others and start trusting the process. That trust becomes fuel. It keeps you moving forward even when results are slow and progress feels invisible. Moving in silence does not mean moving in fear. It means moving with intention. It means choosing focus over attention and discipline over approval. When you are quiet about your plans, your actions become louder. You let consistency speak instead of promises. You let results speak instead of explanations. There is also wisdom in protecting your energy. Every conversation about your goals costs something. You explain, defend, justify, and sometimes even argue for something that isn't finished yet. That energy is better spent building. Silence preserves strength for the work that actually matters. Many people confuse silence with lack of ambition. In reality, it often signals clarity. When you know where you're going, you don't feel the need to convince everyone else. You become comfortable letting time reveal your direction. You understand that progress doesn't need applause to be real. Building in silence also teaches patience. You learn to trust timing instead of rushing outcomes. You accept that growth takes time and that forcing visibility too early can harm what you're creating. Just like seeds grow underground before breaking the surface, your efforts need time to develop depth. When you move quietly, setbacks become easier to manage. Failure feels lighter when it isn't public. You can adjust, learn, and try again without shame. This freedom to fail privately accelerates growth. You're not performing perfection, you're practicing progress. There is strength in being underestimated. When people don't know your plans, they don't place limits on them. You are free to evolve without expectations. And when success arrives, it can't rise impact because it wasn't announced. It was earned. Eventually, silence gives way to substance. Results appear. Doors open. Opportunities arise. And when they do, you won't need to explain your journey. The work will speak for you. People won't ask what you were planning. They'll ask how you did it. Moving in silence and building in faith is not about hiding forever. It's about preparation. It's about aligning your actions with your purpose without distraction. When the time is right, your work will make the introduction for you. Until then, stay quiet, stay consistent, stay committed. Let faith guide your steps and discipline shape your days. Because when you build without noise, what you create carries depth, strength, and lasting power. There are seasons in life when it feels like you are doing everything right, yet nothing is happening. You are showing up, putting in the work, staying disciplined, and still the recognition doesn't come. The doors remain closed. The progress feels slow. In those moments, it's easy to believe you've been overlooked or forgotten. But being unseen does not mean you are unchosen. Delayed recognition often serves a purpose greater than immediate success. Some seasons are intentionally quiet, not to discourage you, but to prepare you. If everything you wanted came too quickly, you might not yet have the strength, wisdom, or character to handle it. Timing matters. Growth must happen in the right order, just like a tree develops its root. Before it grows tall, your life requires a strong foundation before elevation. Roots are hidden, but they determine stability. Without deep roots, even a tall tree can fall with the first strong wind. In the same way, premature success without preparation can collapse under pressure. Many people struggle during seasons of waiting because they interpret delay as failure. But delay is often protection. It shields you from opportunities you're not ready to sustain. It keeps you from responsibilities that could overwhelm you if they arrive too soon. What feels like a setback may actually be a safeguard. During these hidden seasons, important work is happening beneath the surface. Patience is being developed. Humility is being strengthened. Wisdom is being refined. These qualities cannot be rushed. They are formed through time, repetition, and perseverance. If recognition arrived before these traits were built, success could become destructive instead of rewarding. Delayed recognition also teaches you to detach your worth from external validation. When applause is absent, you are forced to decide why you do what you do. Are you committed to the purpose, or are you chasing approval? This clarity becomes powerful later because you won't be controlled by praise or discouraged by criticism. Waiting seasons test faith. They ask you to trust what you cannot yet see. They require belief without evidence and effort without immediate reward. This kind of faith strengthens resilience. It teaches you to keep going even when motivation fades. That endurance becomes essential when responsibility increases. There is also a refinement that happens in obscurity. Mistakes are less costly when no one is watching. Lessons are learned without public pressure. You are given room to grow, adjust, and mature. This hidden development is a gift, even if it doesn't feel like one at the time. When the moment of recognition finally arrives, it often comes suddenly. What looked like delay turns out to be precise timing. You are ready. Your mindset is stronger. Your skills are sharper. Your character is steadier. You don't just receive the opportunity, you can sustain it. People may call it luck or overnight success, but you'll know better. You'll remember the quiet days, the unanswered efforts, the moments of doubt. You'll understand that the delay wasn't denial, it was preparation. So don't rush the process. Don't resent the hidden season. Use it, grow in it, build deeply while no one is watching. Because when elevation comes, it won't just lift you, it will reveal everything that preparation quietly built. Talent may open doors, but it is character that determines how long you stay inside. Skill can attract attention, but integrity sustains respect. And character, more than anything else, is formed when no one is watching. The dark, quiet moments of life shape who you truly are, long before the world ever notices what you do. When the lights are off and the audience is gone, you are left with your choices. Those choices, small, repeated, and often unnoticed, define your values. They reveal what you stand for when there's no reward for standing firm. This is where character is built, tested, and strengthened. It is easy to appear disciplined in public. It is easy to look committed when others are watching, but true discipline shows up in private. It shows up when no one would know if you skipped the work, took a shortcut, or compromised your standards. Character is proven not by what you claim, but by what you consistently practice. Many people focus on developing talent while neglecting character. They chase skills, recognition, and opportunities, assuming that ability alone will carry them forward. But talent without character is unstable. It may rise quickly, but it often falls just as fast. Without integrity, success becomes fragile. The private moments of life also shape how you respond to pressure. When challenges come, and they always do, your character determines whether you react with panic or with patience. If discipline has been built in the dark, calmness appears in the light. If integrity has been practiced privately, confidence emerges publicly. Character is also revealed in how you treat people when there's nothing to gain. Respect, honesty, and kindness are not strategies. They are reflections of who you are. These qualities are developed in everyday interactions, not grand moments. How you speak when you're tired, how you act when you're frustrated, and how you choose when no one is watching. These moments matter. Building character in the dark requires self-awareness and accountability. It means being honest with yourself about your weaknesses and intentional about your growth. It means choosing long-term values over short-term comfort. These decisions are rarely glamorous, but they are powerful. There is also protection in strong character. It guards you when success arrives. Fame, recognition, and opportunity can magnify flaws if they haven't been addressed privately. But when character is solid, success becomes manageable instead of destructive. You don't lose yourself because you know who you are. The dark moments of life often feel lonely, but they are formative. They strip away ego and force reflection. They teach humility and patience. They strengthen resolve. Without these moments, growth remains shallow. When people see you succeed, they may attribute it to luck or talent. But character is the unseen force holding everything together. It is what allows you to lead without abusing power, to grow without losing balance, and to endure without becoming bitter. So honor the quiet work of becoming a better person. Take private integrity seriously. Choose consistency over convenience. Build values when no one is watching. Because when life tests you, and it will, the strength of your character will determine not only how high you rise, but how firmly you stand once you get there. Op- Opportunity rarely arrives with an announcement. It doesn't send a warning or give you time to get ready. Most of the time, it appears suddenly, quietly testing whether you are prepared or not. That is why what you do before the opportunity matters more than what you do when it shows up. Many people wait for the perfect moment to start preparing. They tell themselves they'll work harder when the door opens, learn more when the chance comes, or improve once they're chosen. But readiness doesn't work that way. When opportunity arrives, there is no time to become who you need to be. You either are ready or you are not. Preparation in private builds confidence in public. When you put in the work, you don't panic when responsibility increases. You don't shrink when expectations rise. You stand firm because you've already practiced under pressure in quiet moments. You are not hoping things will work out. You know you can handle what's in front of you. Many missed opportunities are not the result of bad luck, but lack of preparation. The door opened, but the skills weren't ready. The chance appeared, but the mindset wasn't developed. The invitation came, but discipline hadn't been built. Preparation determines whether opportunity becomes a breakthrough or a burden. Being ready also means being adaptable. Preparation is not just about skill, it's about mindset. It's about learning how to respond to change, manage stress, and make decisions with clarity. These qualities are developed over time through consistent effort, not rushed in a moment. Private preparation also builds humility. You understand how much work it took to get there so you don't become entitled when success arrives. You respect the responsibility that comes with opportunity because you know what it costs to be ready. This humility allows you to grow instead of becoming complacent. When the doors finally open, the world may see a confident, capable version of you. What they won't see are the quiet days of practice, the moments of doubt, the failures that taught you resilience. They won't see the discipline that shaped your habits or the patience that refined your mindset. But all of that will be present in how you perform. Preparation creates freedom. When you are ready, you don't fear challenges. You welcome them. You don't avoid responsibility. You accept it. You don't wait for permission. You step forward with confidence. Readiness removes hesitation. It's important to remember that preparation is a daily choice. It's not about doing something once. It's about doing small, meaningful actions consistently. Reading, practicing, improving, reflecting. These habits compound over time. They quietly shape someone who is capable of handling more. When opportunity meets preparation, momentum is created. What seemed like a sudden breakthrough is actually the result of long-term commitment. You didn't get lucky, you got ready. So don't waste the quiet seasons. Use them to prepare, build your skills, strengthen your mindset, develop your character. Because when the doors open, and they will, you won't be scrambling to catch up. You'll step forward with confidence, knowing that the moment didn't create you. It revealed what preparation had already built.